Welcome back, guys. Tonight I figured, since we've got a lot of disruption going on and we've got the last major full moon of 2020, we've got a full moon in Scorpio going on tonight. I know some people wanted some acupuncture videos, so I'll try to get to that this weekend. I figured, why the heck not? Let's do a Reiki grid to help with relationships. Because a lot of stuff is going to start bubbling up to the surface. People are already on edge with isolation and quarantine, and so this isn't going to help. And I love my little moon that Eli Pie gave me. So let's get into it. You are going to need a piece of paper. I learned this from a British lady, and she uses A4, but really whatever you got is fine. The bigger the better, but whatever. It's very American of me. You're going to need a pink or red pencil, and you're going to need pictures of the two people that are in conflict or the relationship that you're healing, and you're either going to want 2 amethysts, some clear quartz, or rose quartz, or if you have them, rose quartz pencils or wands. And if you don't have those, it's totally fine to use regular rose quartz stones or green aventurine stones. So let's get into it. I will start with the pink pen, and then I'm probably going to transfer to the regular pen just to make it a little bit easier. So if you are attuned to it, you first want to clear the room, be grounded, and then you're going to draw Daiko Mio, which I also learned as Dumo. So you're gonna trace that with your finger and seal it into the paper with your intention. If you're not attuned to Daiko Mio, you can certainly use Shokure. Okay, and then we're gonna use Shokure and seal all 4 sides of this paper. So let me do that quickly. I'm sorry, this is the only pink pen that I had, so I'll go to a regular pen in a minute. But you're gonna want to do the whole entire thing in pink or red. So we've got Shokure in all 4 corners. And then what you're going to do is draw 2 boxes in the paper. This is where your pictures are going to go. And now in the 2 boxes, you're going to draw Seiheki. And let me go ahead and do that. This sort of is giving me PTSD of acupuncture school. It reminds me when we had calligraphy and I was laughing at my friend Audra. One day when we had to practice calligraphy, and we had a guy named Stuart who was like a master calligrapher, and he came over and was like, "What are you laughing at? Your stuff's so sloppy." So sorry, Stuart, but there's 2 Seiheki symbols. So after this, you're going to take 2 pictures of the 2 people that are in conflict and write the names on the back of the pictures. And I was like, well, who are we going to find that everybody knows? And I won't name them out loud, but ta-da! 2 people in conflict. I'm not actually sending the Reiki to them. We're just using them as examples. So write the name on the back of the paper and then use a little piece of tape and tape them down into the squares, okay? Now, after you tape them down, you can put the rose quartz on now. You can wait. I would just wait a second because in the middle here, you're going to want to draw the distance symbol, and let's go ahead and do that. This is Hansazi Shonen, okay? And you can, well, this is actually really important, and I'm sorry again for my calligraphy. It's not great. Stuart would be so upset with me right now. I'm sure he's rolling his eyes. I hope Audra watches this. It's so funny. Oh god. Yeah. Alright. And it doesn't matter, you know, when you're calling in the archangels or your spirit guides or your personal archangels, they know what you're trying to do. So you can just tone Hansa Shonen, or all of these symbols actually. You can say them out loud, and your archangels will pick up what you're trying to throw down. Alright, let's keep going here. Almost there. Okay, so that's Hansaji Shonen, and I don't know if you can see it. There you go. So, at this point, again, you would take the pictures and tape, you know, you're going to put their names on the back of the pictures, tape them down into the squares, and you can put, really it's easy, you can put rose quartz right on top of them. I don't even want to look at them. And then, still with the pink pen, I'm going to transfer to a regular pen because it's just easier. In the space below Hansa Shonen down here, you're going to write your intention to heal the relationship, okay? So, and I'll write in cursive so no one under 25 years old can read this. Just something simple. It is my intention to heal the relationship between blank and blank. And then you want to also say something about what's going on, like what the rift is, what the conflict is, and the conflict is blank, okay? In the space above, and I'm just going to move these a little bit, is where you want to put your prayer. So, and I kind of like to talk out loud. It does help when you're writing, because your archangels and your personal guardian angels, they can obviously hear you, but they can read what's going on also. So let's just write our little prayer. So, dear God, and this is, like I said, Reiki is not religious, it is spiritual, so whoever you pray to, I'll put goddess here in parentheses. I would call in Archangel Shamuel and Archangel Raguel for healing, relationships. Let's see, what else are we gonna write? It is my utmost desire to heal the relationship between X, Y, and Z and blank. Please resolve their conflicts and fill their hearts with divine love. Thank you. Always thank your angels. I'm like, thank God. Thank you so much. Wouldn't it be funny if season 2, because of Katie, you're welcome, America. Oh my God. That would be actually really funny. Okay. So now we've got our little board. Don't move this once you've done it. You want to say the prayer. We talked in another episode about creating chi balls. So you want to energize this layout every single day. You could go a step further here and put wands, one pointing each direction. You could find some pointy rose quartz or whatever you've got. I mean, honestly, I've had very, very good success with just using what I've got. So if it's pointing in either direction, you could even draw arrows pointing to the people. You're going to want to energize this every single day, and don't move it. Don't move the layout once you've done it. You will create a chi ball for at least 21 days, say the prayer, release the energy over the grid. And it really depends on the people you're working with. I don't think these two people are going to work in 21 days, but stranger things have happened. I've done this layout and received an apology immediately after I've done the layout. So it does work. It just depends on the people, how upset they are, what the situation is. So it may take longer than 21 days, but it does work. And it just may require more days depending on the situation. You know, there's so many variables here. So the only other thing I wanted to mention was if you are having trouble grounding or focusing on creating your chi balls, I do want to recommend music. What we're listening to right now is 852 hertz, and that's connection with your personal spirit guides and personal angels, guardian angels. If you want to release emotional baggage and open heart space, that would be 740.